Hey guys, this week we're in the Jumentos, which means blue holes, caves, more spearfishing than ever before, and more sharks than we could keep count of. If you know your sharks, let us know what type you think we saw. I'm Stephanie, and this is Travis. Together we bought a Hunter 42 Passage that we call Jibsea. We sold almost everything that we owned and moved aboard. After living on Jibsea through a Toronto winter, we decided that we had to get down south. Though we've got very little sailing experience, we decided to leave it all behind in our home country Canada to live out our dream in sailing the world. We're so pumped to share this adventure of a lifetime.
So we decided to go to the Jumentos, where we anchored at Water Cay with tons of good snorkeling. There's a couple big bull sharks that floated around our anchor at Water Cay in Fisherman's Bay, but still super rad anchorage. Nice beach over there, and then you got some cool cliffs over here. Got another big old lobster. Steph's gonna have another good dinner. He is huge.
In the Jumentos, where it's more remote, we noticed that there were a lot of lobsters and they were huge. Travis loved spearing them, and I surely loved eating them. Outside of the anchorage at Water Cay, there's a blue hole located about a mile out. It's both of our first time swimming in a blue hole, and seeing the contrast between the coral and the ledge that drops off into the deep blue is really quite pretty and super cool. This is the point that we learned that in the Jumentos, you can't be too shy of sharks. There are tons here, and these two reef sharks hung around us the whole time our group was swimming and spearfishing. While snorkeling through the exumas, we had always seen a bunch of different kinds of fish, but never knew if we could eat them or not. We're fortunate to be traveling through here with a bunch of really great friends who love spearfishing. They taught us about which fish are good eating and which we probably would want to stay away from. So we've been spearing a lot more fish and eating a lot more fish.
But they got little spikies. I just got stabbed by one. See?
Hogfish.
Yeah. Apparently, these are good eating.
Probably just fry it up and see what the meat tastes like before we start deep frying it.
No, we're not gonna. Yeah, we won't deep fry it.
We're gonna taste it.
I'll put a little spice on them or something. What do you think about that blue hole?
I liked it. It was cool. I like spearing things or trying to spear things.
Yeah. Do you think we would have stayed as long if everyone else wasn't there with those sharks?
No, like one shark. It's like, okay, like that one kind of we got used to it. Wasn't really doing anything. But then as soon as there was two sharks, I think if it was just me and you, we would have been like, nope, we're out.
Yeah. Plus they were like reef sharks. They weren't as aggressive and...
Doesn't matter. Still a shark.
What was your first experience?
What?
That was your first experience filming with a shark or swimming with a shark?
Well, we've been in the water where the sharks have been there, but not like staying in the water while knowing that sharks are there.
Yeah, no, you were fully swimming with it.
It was okay because they kind of just did their own thing. Did you feel better that there were other people around?
Totally. Well, I didn't, at first I didn't, because I was like, everyone's shooting fish like crazy here. And I'm like, that's just going to entice the sharks. But then at the same time, it's like, oh, I guess there's enough people around that we might look more intimidating than the sharks.
I don't know. Still a shark, but when everybody was killing stuff, I was just trying to get to our dinghy, and that's when I wanted our dinghy to be closer.
Yeah. Like, if I gotta jump out of this water, all my dinghy close. But it was super sweet. It was a really nice hole. So we're gonna check another one out tomorrow.
Going to try to make some lobster cakes because we have tons of lobster left over from yesterday's catch.
Well, what if I do like it? Then that means less lobster for you.
Oh, the WATERMAKER's so loud. I mean, it's fried in batter, so chances are you'll like it.
don't like that. I don't like that aftertaste.
Perfect. More for me. How's the hog fish?
Not bad. About time we're living off the land with fish, not just lobster. Now I can eat something.
Is that dill?
Dill and mayo. Quite tasty. Today we're gonna head to, where are we heading to?
Flamingo Key.
Yeah. We're gonna go to Flamingo Key, and then with our buddy boats here. Oops, another one is over here. We're gonna go check out a blue hole that's about 2.5 nautical miles east.
And we're off. So this should be fun at this blue hole. We're going to anchor, and then we're gonna hop on to the backs of one of our buddy boats here, and we're gonna get dragged as the boat goes around the blue hole. We got so excited that we forgot to bring our GoPro, but I'm not sure that it would have picked up much because it was pretty dark. It got over 100 feet at some points. It's one of those you gotta go and do it, see it for yourself sort of things. From here on out, trolling has consisted of purely barracuda catches.
Oh, a shark did get him. That's why it was heavy. Had a barracuda and then a shark grabbed him.
Setting up to catch more barracuda.
No, we're catching wahoo today. Don't even mention the name barracuda.
We have to share with you why Travis is not a fan of barracuda. Let's flash back to shortly after we left Conception Island for a second. So you got the lionfish off, you and Ethan, underwater with your spears.
Yeah, the biggest freaking barracuda I've ever seen in my life. Its head was this big around.
No way.
I'm not kidding. Bigger than this. It was probably that wide. And that's its head. And it went straight to the lionfish and like didn't even bite it, didn't even look at it, and then looked up at us and came right for us. Like we were like 200 feet from the dinghy, so we're like shit, like coming straight up to us.
Yeah, what'd you do then?
Spear right back, and Ethan and I kind of held together with spears fully cocked. And I'm not kidding, his face was a foot off the end of our fin with my spear, like, and I pulled up the knife like this. And then he goes on this side of us, and then I'm like, so like I kick this way and Ethan kind of passes me a bit, and then I start circling back out, like he's keeping us in the deep. And I'm like, holy fuck, and this guy's like following me, like right off the back. It's like this thing following you, like straight off the back of your fin. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get back to the dinghy first. I'm gonna start this motor. Because Ethan's goggles were all fogged. You couldn't see shit. Besides this terrifying, massive barracuda stalking us. The reef kind of built up a bit, and once the reef got to about like this high, he kind of just f***ed off. But he followed us for like over 5 minutes. You don't believe me when I say
It wasn't that big.
It was longer than me. Like he came up beside me, and
the waves were 25 feet high. The shark
like
was huge.
He doesn't believe me. It was this big.
Steph, it's real.
Like I'm using my seat cushion right now as a tell me, it was probably that big, right?
Yeah, probably that long.
Yeah. And like half the width.
Yeah, I'd say so.
See, Steph? It's huge.
Take her out there. She can see for herself. You won't get back in the water, though.
No, I'm not getting back in that water. What do you think it is?
There's nothing there. It's just water. We just arrived here at Flamingo Key and we're anchored in Coconut Bay. Everyone's diving down on their anchor. Travis is diving down on ours as well. There isn't too much good holding here to the ground. It's pretty much like sand over gravel. So yeah, he's just out there trying to set it. One thing we're gonna check out while we're here, I think, is a cave. You can drive your dinghy right through it. And
Cool.
found us a spear pole. Another one.
Look at it.
Oh wow, you cleaned that up real good.
Yeah.
It was all covered in like algae and stuff.
The whole thing looked like that. So I'm just gonna clean that up, replace the tubes.
Sweet.
Just gonna clean.
That's the second one you found. This is the first spear that Travis found when we were in Allen's Key. It's not a regular pole spear though, right? What is this one?
That one's like more like
It's more like the Hawaiian sling.
well, it's eating away a little bit, you can tell, under the water, but I got that like coming out pretty freaking
is
solid.
Shiny. How deep of water was that in?
That was probably in 25 feet.
So somebody probably dropped it and then...
Yeah, I probably dropped it and was like, I can't get it. Look at that, just chip all the... It's eating away a little bit, you can tell, under the water, but I got that like coming out pretty freaking solid.
Shiny. It was just covered in like furries.
Yeah, the whole thing looked like that right there. The whole thing. We're leaving this little end cap's aluminum. So it means it was a good spear. And now it gets a second life. Stephanie's new spear.
Wow. Let me see that.
It's like brand new. Funny thing is, we needed another one because you like just started spearing. Now you're like, well, I want a spear every time you're stealing my spear pole. So like literally, I'm all bummed out. Like, well, I don't get a spear anymore.
But now, perfect.
Now I find the spear. our second spear pole. Perfect.
That's actually really funny though.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Like actually, like jokes aside of me like finding things all the time, we're in the Jumentos of the Bahamas. Like not as many people even come out here. Well, a lot of people still come out, but like nothing near what the Exumas are. Middle of bloody nowhere, more or less. And I'm like, I need another spear.
Lo and behold, there it is, sitting on the ground.
Still looking for that box of money though. I thought I actually at that blue hole. I thought I found a treasure.
Okay.
I was so excited. I went and swam over to it. It had 2 handles. It was in a box like this big. It looked like a full like little treasure box, except like the old pirate one that had like the top. And I was like, oh, I swam over to it, and then there's like 2 terminals, and I was like, damn it.
It wasn't a treasure chest.
No, it was a battery, but it looked as like, and we were like 2 miles off any shoreline by a blue hole, and I was like, this would be a good spot. I wanted to find a buried treasure.
Caught my first lobster today. I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, that was a big one too.
Yeah. So, I still have leftovers from yesterday's.
That thing is.
Well,
That's
this is
just
a
the
female.
tail. So
Like, this is my iPhone.
yeah. So this is how you can tell it's a female. It has these outer like little fins, and then also has these inner
ones.
inner fins.
They cradle the eggs, I think.
Yeah, and that's how you know, because these will cradle the eggs.
This is a big guy. I am making myself some lobster pasta. Olive oil, garlic, shallots, chili pepper. And then there's going to be a lot of Parmesan cheese.
What's happening?
I tried my lobster pasta.
It's good? Mm-hmm. So we can
Really good.
start catching lobster again?
Yeah. Nothing better than knowing that you caught it yourself.
Gonna go do a beach workout over there. You ready to go? I don't think she's ready to go.
It's just so hot. It's been so bloody hot the last couple of days. I guess since we've been south of Georgetown, it's just not motivating because it was hot to sleep. But we say we'll get to snorkel once we get this workout done.
Yeah,
That's
workout
our
done. Then we get to go snorkel. And then I gotta change our anchorage to a Bohemian Moor.
Okay, but you know what? This workout does not involve a beach swim because there are bull sharks here too.
No, they don't come that shallow.
Don't care. They were right over there.
Well, they don't come that shallow, like 2 feet of water.
No, thank you.
Oh, the other at Water Cay, they circled around us and kind of minded their own business. Like, didn't really seem like they cared too much about us. Still terrifying, but like
6 and 8 feet long, the two of them.
I was still able to go down 15 feet to get a lobster with bull sharks around. But the ones yesterday, I told Josh to go. There's like a reef right off the back of the boat.
Like literally right where those dark patches are. Right there.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, man, there's a lobster right over there I seen through a looking bucket. And so he tried to dive in, and the bull shark just like came straight for him. And he's like, nope, I'm out.
And the bull sharks here are bigger than the ones that were in Water Cay, apparently,
Yeah,
right?
they looked a little bigger.
Yeah, no thanks. Workout beach over there. Okay, lather me up in the sunscreen.
Oh, you're gonna do the same.
Are you glad we did the workout?
Yes and no.
There was some pretty good spearfishing right in our anchorage at Coconut Bay.
Okay, back, got another one.
2 minutes, I got one. I caught 2 in 5 minutes.
Okay, we don't need any more.
Okay, one more. I'd say that was pretty successful.
Yeah, lunch, maybe dinner?
We're not really sure. Maybe those are glass eye snappers.
Yeah,
And then whatever that, I forget what the name of that one, but I've seen it.
it's another snapper, I think.
Are you gonna fillet all of them?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, you're going to do
No,
one.
you said you were gonna do them.
No. You gotta try one.
Fine, I'll try one.
If you're gonna kill it, you gotta learn to do the rest of it. Sucks when you have a little fish like this, and then you stab it in the meats. That is.
I caught 2 little fishies today with the spear pole. Pretty happy about that. Not so much about having to fillet them though, so we'll see how that goes. We just got our knives sharpened though, so hopefully it'll be a little bit easier.
So much easier.
Unfortunately, in the midst of me trying to spear things, I lost the tip of our pole spear, or spear pole, whatever. And there was a shark that came by, so we didn't spend very much time looking for it. But thankfully we had the spare that Travis found yesterday, so we just unscrewed that onto this one. But now we're short a tip. Whatever you do, don't fall down, okay, baby?
Okay, okay.
Behind the dorsal fin, this is the dorsal fin, yeah? What are you talking about? Like this way?
Didn't you just watch me?
Yeah, but I forget that part.
Just like that. Just
This?
get gently down the ribs, you'll feel.
Oh, right. I don't know which. Is it a reef shark?
It looks like a reef shark.
It's massive.
Whoa.
He is the size of our dinghy almost.
Yeah, he's huge.
Sharky. Let's see if he goes right up to it. He doesn't even care.
No, he'll smell it. Watch.
What are you doing?
We're gonna hang it so it's in the water here, and the fish is gonna hang here, and hopefully the shark comes this way and takes it, and then the camera's gonna film it. Look up. See?
So I turn the shower off and I hear you squealing like a little girl. And I'm thinking, did you fall off into the sharks? And what happened?
I had the perfect shot, and I freaking wasn't filming, and I pressed film. Like, it should have filmed. Now I got one more chance to get that perfect shot. I'm pretty sure the lighting would have been great and everything.
I'm sure what you got still looks good.
Come on. Come on. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Oh, it just goes right for the GoPro.
Still playing, eh?
If I just got that one shot, it was so perfect.
Tune in next time as we make our way down through the raggeds and towards the end of the Bahamas.